Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the real, the authentic, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. And first of all, it was suggested today, or at least when I saw the message, I have to crank up the Command Plus thing all the way to see text on this terrible Westinghouse Roku 4K UHD TV. Watch the video on the difference between UHD and OLED. And it's interesting, UHD in some respects is better than OLED, but at least according to one video I watched, and it was about the restraining orders that Kathy filed against me, which were both dismissed, and I will eventually go to court, but I'm having issues seeing because last year I dropped the iPad on this eye because my hands went numb thanks to the Pfizer vaccine, but they're still going numb, including my toes, feet, fingers, with great screaming pain. What is this? I have no idea. And the other eye, the cataract lens, got damaged when I fell in the street and landed on my nose, including great pain. Both kneecaps got hit hard on my knees. Didn't get my knee surgery. Toe is no longer infected, but I'm going to put cream on it. Going to see the toe doctor next week. She wants to operate eventually to straighten out the toe so it doesn't get ever infected again. So in any event, I will eventually go to the courthouse here and see what I can do about get copies. But you got to read that stuff on live. The trolls are going to keep putting out the canard about me and Kathy, which is not true. Kathy's done 30 videos on. So I'm digressing because I'm kind of very lost right now. On Tuesday night, my beloved Fluffy cat, whom I fed for 5 years along with Fuzzy and Little Girl before they ever became my babies, well, he got bitten on the tail, sorry, got toe in the brain here, bitten on the toe 2 years ago, and I healed it with peroxide and neosporin, but then within about a month or two, he got thinner and thinner, and I, because in part the trolls, harassing people who donated to me, harassing Premier Radio Network and George Nori, harassing friends online, telling people not to donate to me, and also tried to get me evicted from my public housing apartment, which I managed to stop, but I spent over $1,000 getting Patty and Kathy to come over here to help me go through stuff, move stuff out. I moved some of my stuff into Kathy's storage, and I lost it when she stopped paying for the storage. And it ruined my good credit because I couldn't pay my bills because I had to take all my money and dump it into getting stuff out of here. And I had just fallen. I got an airbed, an Intex airbed. Don't buy one of those because they have a history of deflating. Threw Kathy and I to the floor the first time we were wide awake, but the second time I was sound asleep, and it went like this and threw me on the tile floor on my knees. It took me 20 minutes to get up, and I was screaming in agony, and I couldn't walk for months. So my knees are one reason why this place is not as clean and less cluttered that I gotta figure out what to do with this clothing rack, because I moved all my Blu-rays over there. It's in the way, and I'm thinking of getting rid of the Mac table in the bedroom and getting rid of one bookcase and putting this thing in the bedroom. It would mean I have to go into the bedroom every time I want to get a shirt or use my shopping bags, but that'd be okay. And I have Kathy's MacBook up there, not stealing it from her. She didn't bring the charger, and she claims it isn't working. And it worked fine in my apartment for 3 days, and it worked fine in hers when I set up the internet, but it's not working. So I have now, with her money, not mine, she paid for the MacBook. I'm going to pay her $20 or $25 a month for the MacBook if it proves to be that the battery is okay until I pay her for what she paid for it. But I got her a new 5K iMac, or not new to her, but the fellow who sold it on eBay is out of town on business, but I will be picking that up on the 24th and then taking it to her house. So I have to go to San Francisco for that. Go to the toe doctor on Tuesday, but anyway, I have not had the money to take Fluffy to the vet because of financial problems. And Fluffy came in here 18 years ago, ate dry food, went to sleep, became my baby boy. Fuzzy was poisoned by a man who gave her antibiotics when she was coughing and sneezing, and then my beloved little girl cat was poisoned by a maniac who moved in here. He was here 10 days, and he told a story how he was chased by the raccoons around a car. And I'm going like, that's insane. Why didn't you get something to drive them off? And everybody else said, that's nuts. So he said, I'm going to kill the raccoons. He put antifreeze under the stairs downstairs. And a lady downstairs loved little girl. She would hold little girl, and little girl would knead and purr and chirp at her and meow at her. It took years for she ever meowed at me. Because Fluffy, little girl, and Fuzzy were all born in the grounds high building. I fed them for 5 years. A vet told me how old they all were, and I took them to the vet. This is the first cat in 47 years. I've had over 30 cats that I could not afford to take to the vets. I'm feeling very guilty. Don't get anybody give any grief about it. I'm not going to put up with it. So Tuesday night, I came back from feeding Tiny One, and he liked lying on the blanket by the door, but he was barely moving, and I freaked out. I picked him up. He was limp. I managed to feed him some Fancy Feast, which got him a little energy. It must have got enough energy. He went out the door and went off like my beloved Climber cat, who had 3 names, Little Cat, Monkey, and Climber Cat, because he likes to climb on things, and he liked to sleep on my Apple IIe table, which I still have my Apple IIe sitting over there. He liked the warmth. One day I came home, computer stopped. One day I came home and the Apple II table collapsed because the weight of all the discs and disc holders and everything in the monitor was too much. The legs came out, and he went. So that's when I lived in Oakland. And Climber Cat, I had him for about 10 or 12 years, and he must have had cancer. He wasted away from 14 pounds to 6 the last time I spent a night with him. He sat at my feet all night, was happily purring, and in the morning he went out like he always did, and I let him out. And he went off to die, and that's what Fluffy did. He went off to die, and I'm devastated because Fluffy came in 18 years ago, ate dry food, went to sleep, became my kitty, my baby boy. He loved the window. Mama Cat loved him, and she's kind of freaked out. Where's Fluffy? She doesn't understand. She used to get on the bed and go to sleep near Fluffy. And she loved Fuzzy, and she loved little girls. She would nuzzle all of them. She's very sweet. But this is the first time in 18 years I've had no kitty because Fluffy would sleep on my chest, or sleep next to me, or sleep on his pillow, or the pillow above my head. And I'm having great trouble dealing with it, sleeping. I broke down crying for a solid hour. I called Kathy. I just couldn't stop sobbing because I love my baby boy very much. He had a good life. He wouldn't have a home without me. Little girl and Fuzzy maniac fed Fuzzy antibiotics. She went into shock and got run over, and then he took her body to the pound. I didn't even get to see her. I looked for 2 days for her. I couldn't find her. I saw her in the balcony. I should have brought her in. So my beloved Fluffy Cat is dead, and I can't sleep. I've been up all night since Tuesday watching stuff on YouTube. I got this Roku TV set to finally work right where I can see everything. Can't see small print. But I'm having a very hard time with the guilt. finances have been very difficult. I'm paying things off slowly. I just called another company, changed the due date. I'm a payment ahead already with them. That's for the shoes I ordered and the television. And I had to buy this TV, but it has things that are very bad with it. What's weird, if you watch, you crank the thing up, the vision up, then you can see it, but everything's fuzzy. So that may be in my eye too. If I close this left eye, I can see. Close the right eye, everything's blurry. Seen the eye doctor with Kathy in April. But I've had cats since 1977, and now I have no baby to love. I do get pet mama cat and kitten, but mama cat keeps running in the kitchen looking for Fluffy. She's running here looking for Fluffy. She won't go in the bed now with no Fluffy. Kathy says she's willing to help me get another cat. I would love to have mama cat be my baby fully. And today when I fed them a little while ago, last night I went out to feed Tiny One. It's been absolutely freezing cold out here. I came back, it took me 25 minutes to get warm, even though I had a hat on, a scarf, my sweats, a shirt. I couldn't get warm. And I go, what the hell is going on with the cold here? And it rained all night, it rained this morning. But the winds, we had like 25 or 30 mile an hour winds. They were just howling yesterday. So, my baby boy is gone. And he used to wag his tail when I would say, baby boy, you are my boy. I love you, baby boy. And I would scratch his chin. He loved his chin scratched. And he loved his window. He would watch. He would sleep in the window. And at one time he slept with Minnie and Mickey. Minnie got run over. Mickey, I had to put him down because he had jaw cancer. And they would all sleep in the window together. When he was the first of the three, I brought little girl up here in my arms. You're going to be my baby. I brought Fuzzy. You're going to be my baby. But now, for the first time in 18 years, I have no babies to cuddle. I have no babies to hold and kiss and pet and love. No babies sleeping with me. That's very difficult. I'm used to having a cat. God. All right, I'm going to go. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay warm. And I'm very distressed. I wrote channel members and other people about Fluffy, and only one person on the phone, the mass spoofer, and my friend Paul, and of course Kathy, said they're very sorry about Fluffy. They know how much I loved him. And nobody else wrote me anything. So I'm not going to write people on mailing list. They don't care about me. I don't care about that. But they should have paid some respect to my beloved Fluffy and didn't. All right. I will see you later. I'm not inclined to do any videos anytime soon because of this. I'm in mourning. Bye-bye.